So a few days ago, when I saw the headlines, about Two-Face Idibia and Annie Idibia, I didn't want to jump into celebrity gossip. I was like, it's none of my business. I don't want to get myself entangled with such. But then I realized that there are lessons to learn. Reason I said no, make I chook my mouth, put inside. Make I tell Una some lessons where we suppose learn from this Two-Face matter. I mean lessons about love, boundaries, and the realities of relationships. So the question now is, what do you do when love is not enough? Because believe me, love can never be enough to sustain any relationship or any marriage. Also, how do you know when it's time to fight for your relationship and when it's time to walk away? So like I said initially, I wasn't interested in putting my mouth in this story, but then we will be diving into this real life love story of Two-Face Idibia and Annie Idibia, not for gossip purpose, but for us to uncover deeper lessons about self-worth, boundaries, and personal growth. But wait, before I continue, let it not seem as if this thing is just a normal story on social media. No. The struggles in love and relationships, even in marriage, is not just peculiar to Two-Face and Annie alone. Believe me when I tell you that many of us have been in similar situations when we feel like love is a battle. But the question now is, at what point do you stop fighting and start choosing yourself? So what's your take on this matter? Do you think Annie and Two-Baba should have continued staying together? Or was this breakup inevitable? Let's talk about it in the comments. So before I continue, I want to specially say welcome back to my channel. My name is Peace and this is Savvy Life Coach channel. So if you are new here, this is where we talk about relationships, personal growth and self-improvement. So if this resonates with you, do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed already. If maintaining healthy and safe relationship is your thing, also if personal growth, self-improvement is your thing, do well to subscribe to this channel. By so doing, you will be notified of all our updates. So without further ado, let's move on to what we have today. How to know when to walk away from love. Lessons from Two-Baba and Annie Idibia. So back to Two-Baba and Annie Idibia. Both of them met when they were young, built a life together, and after much ups and downs, they finally got married. But the truth is that there is something called behind the scenes, okay? And so behind the sweet, the wonderful love they enjoyed, there was pain, as in multiple baby mamas, public drama, and emotional struggles. Despite all this, Annie held on to Two-Baba. She loved him, she believed in their story. So I will be sharing some lessons from this. The first lesson, which is also a hard truth, is that love alone is never enough. So many people think that if you love someone so much, that the relationship will survive anything. My sister, my brother, that one are waiting Oyibo man they call big fat lie. The truth is that love is not supposed to feel like a constant battle. It's not supposed to drain you for crying out loud, or even leave you feeling like you are in constant competition for your partner's attention. So if you are constantly fighting for a place or recognition in someone's life, chances are that you are fighting the wrong battle. I mean, that is love feeling like a competition. In this story of Two-Baba and Annie, one of the biggest struggles Annie faced was feeling like she has to constantly prove her place in Two-Baba's life. And this is something so many people, more especially women, go through. You give your all, you love with everything, but deep down, you have this feeling that you are not enough. Let me tell you a hard truth today. You do not have to compete for love. Yes, you heard me correctly. Don't compete for love, please. If someone truly loves you, he or she will make sure that you know it, without you having to beg for it. Okay, now let's move on to the second lesson. Set boundaries and stick to them. When I mean stick, I mean with all seriousness. In fact, with all seriousness, stick to your boundaries. By the way, every relationship needs boundaries. Yes. Many a times we all ignore red flags. Why? Because we don't want to lose the person we feel we love, isn't it? But let me ask you, at what cost? I always say this, Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They are just simply about protecting your peace. If someone repeatedly, as in continuously, crosses those lines, I mean the lines that hurt you, then you have to ask yourself this simple question: why am I allowing this? So go ahead, don't be scared, set boundaries in your relationships. Another thing that's made the relationship of Baba and Annie Idibia very difficult is social media and relationship pressure. I mean the public dramas, people's opinions, everyone was just watching their move. Social media has become a relationship battlefield. People air their problems online, seeking validation from strangers, from people they don't even know. At the end of the day, what are they doing? They are letting public pressure influence their own private decisions. So the third lesson is, keep your private life private. That's why it's called private. I mean private. Not everyone needs to know what's happening in your relationship. The more people you invite into your love life, the more voices you allow to control your decisions. Yes, now, growth comes when you learn how to separate public opinion from your personal truth. Okay, let's look at the breaking point. That is when to walk away. Just take a walk. So, when do you finally say enough is enough? When do you stop trying to fix something and start focusing on fixing yourself? Let me tell you something. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It's what I call survival. Baba and Annie, they do have a story, isn't it? Yes, they do. I mean, the story of deep love, isn't it? But the truth is that at the end of the day, longevity doesn't always equal happiness. If a relationship constantly drains you, I mean, if it makes you question your self-worth, if it makes you constantly sacrificing your peace, please, it's time to step back. Believe me when I tell you that walking away is never failure at all, but instead, it is growth. Too many people stay in painful relationships because they are scared, they are afraid of starting all over. Let me tell you something. Letting go of something that is not healthy is the first step to finding something better. Believe me. It could be healing, peace, or even a new love. So, what is your biggest takeaway in the story of Baba and Annie Idibia? Do not forget that love is beautiful, but self-love is the foundation. The right relationship will make you feel valued and not like you are constantly fighting to prove your worth. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to choose between your peace of mind and love? What did you do? And do you think Baba and Annie made the right choice by filing for divorce? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed already. Bye for now and see you in my next video.